Give it up for your host, Eric Erlacher!
What is up, Satellite Beach? That's what I like to hear right there. How you guys doing tonight? Dude, my name is Eric Erlacher, and I'm your host this evening. I would like to start by saying that was crazy, right? But I'd like to start by welcoming you guys to the Friday night comedy showcase. Tonight we've got an amazing lineup of comics for you, some of which drove over 69 miles just to believe it or not, just to be here to tell you guys some dick jokes tonight. Dick jokes too, yeah. So you guys would give me a round of applause for the lineup of comedians tonight. And if you guys would give a big round of applause for yourselves being here, supporting comedy and free speech in its entirety. Since you guys are awesome and in a clapping mood, do me a favor and give one more big round of applause for me, because I'm a self-diagnosed narcissist. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. It is good to be here tonight. I did a show in Orlando the other night, and it went horrible, so I am so grateful to be here. I really am. But it's funny, in comedy, we call it eating dicks when you have a bad set. Dude, my show went so bad that when I walked off the stage, I actually questioned whether I was gay or not. And I'm not, for the record, I'm not. But on the ride home, I was riding home with a comedian friend of mine, and I'm like, hey man, what do you think happened? Like, why did I have a bad set? And he goes, well, you're really liberal, but you look very manly, and that confuses people. I was like, bro, I have a bachelor's degree in nursing. How much more feminine can I get? He goes, exactly, you're gay, but you look manly, and that confuses people. That's the last time I let him S my D on the way home. For the record, that makes him gay, not me. I'm just kidding. I didn't let him mess my D. That's gay. And he has a big old beard. I think that's kind of scratchy. Yeah. Dude, I'll tell you, I'm not homophobic or anything. As a matter of fact, if you're homophobic, I actually think you're gay. You know what I mean? Right? But like, here's my thing, and follow me here. Like, if you have a problem with gay people, don't fuck them. Right? Poof, problem solved. And follow me here, and I'm going to use cookies as my example. I love cookies, I really do. And if you put me near a box of cookies, I have a God's honest fear and a God's honest phobia that I'm going to eat that entire box of cookies. Dicks, it's a whole different story. You could put me near a box or a bag of dicks, and at no point do I have a fear or a phobia that I'm going to eat a dick. So the way I see it is, if you have a fear or a phobia that you're going to eat a dick, that must be because you're gay. And that's okay. Right, Florida? Right, DeSantis? It's okay to say that Mickey Mouse is gay. Let's see, on top of not being gay, professionally I'm a fireman. Hold your applause, I'm a total piece of shit. I really am. Dude, the most heroic thing I've ever done was like rescue a cat in a tree. But it was actually a pretty cool story, man. I was actually very proud at the time that I rescued this cat in a tree, because the very next day, this little old lady whose cat that I saved, she stopped by the fire station and she gave me like a big old hug and one of those really nice calligraphy handwritten thank you notes. And I thought that shit was pretty cool, you know? Because as a fireman, over the past 23 years, I've pulled a lot of pussy out of some strange places. And that was the first time I'd ever gotten a thank you note. Plot twist, I fucked her and the cat. And I got herpes. I'm just kidding, I didn't catch herpes. She was old, she hadn't had sex in a while. I'll tell you, though, as a fireman, it's funny. People always ask me like stupid questions. They'll be like, "Hey, Mr. Fireman, do you have a Dalmatian?" I'm like, "I don't know, Mary that sells Geico car insurance. Do you have a fucking lizard at home?" Like, no, I don't have a Dalmatian. These dogs are stupid. Like, I don't know why anybody would ever want a Dalmatian, let alone 101 of them motherfuckers. And for those of you that must know, I have a Chihuahua with black spots all over it. I'm not gonna lie, I hate that fucking dog. I really do. I hate that bastard. Like he's always getting out, like he's running for the border or some shit, you know. Daddy's always fucking my cat. He's a horny little bastard. I think that's the fucking little Mexican in him, you know what I mean? He's always yeah, no, I mean, that's not a demographic assessment. That's just my dog assessment. But yeah, that little bastard being like, I guess to him, pussy's pussy. Either that or he identifies as a cat. Like, it's 2023. Like, who am I to judge? And yes, I have a cat. I'm sensitive like that. That's okay, right? Right? I'll be honest with you. Can we be honest? I hate that fucking cat. Too. I'm serious. I mean, what kind of animal doesn't like peanut butter, you know? I swear I'm going to load its ass up and take it to like the Humane Society or the Chinese restaurant, you know? Off to Kitty Auschwitz or the chicken chow mein, you know? Let's see, on top of being a fucking not gay, on top of being a fireman, I'm also a husband. Yeah, part-time. I do that part-time. Don't clap for that either, because I suck at that also. As a matter of fact, if my wife and I, we've been married for 15 years now. And for those of you that are mathematicians, that's like 105 in dog years. Put it this way, if you loaded our marriage up and took it to the veterinarian, they'd be like, "Mr. Urlacher, it seems to have had a good run. It might be time to put it down." No, my wife's a good lady, man. She really is. She's actually here tonight. Everybody give it up for my wife. I'm telling you one of the coolest things when I first met my wife. If you bought her a few drinks, she would actually give it up for you. That's how we ended up getting married. She's a good lady. I'll tell you, like after 15 years of marriage, you would think you know somebody, right? Like I've always known that my wife enjoys being choked during sex. Hey, everybody's got their thing. Everybody's got their thing. But I just recently found out that she does not like to be choked during the middle of animals. I'm just kidding. I would never choke my wife. Like I said, professionally, I'm a fireman. That's more of a cop thing. Look, don't get me wrong. There's some good cops out there. Those are the ones that grew up wanting to be firemen. But truthfully, dude, sometimes I actually feel really bad for my wife. I really do, because she's doing this thing lately where she'll tell you a story, and right after she tells you the story, she'll look at you and she'll be like, "Well, what I was trying to say was," and then she'll tell you the same fucking story again. And that makes me feel really bad for her, because I know if she could just say what she was trying to say when she fucking said what she was saying, she wouldn't have to fucking say what I was just saying, if you know what I'm fucking saying. Sorry if I sound bitter. Like I said, we've been married 15 years. 16. No, it's like, I That's 113, I think, in dog years. But I'm kind of upset with her right now. Like, I came home from work the other morning, and get this, she had the audacity to tell me that I'm getting better looking the older I get. That's kind of a fucked up thing to say to somebody, right? Because now all I can think about is if I would have waited longer to get married, I might be banging a hotter chick every goddamn day. She's a trooper. She honestly is. One more time. Give it up. Speaking of banging my wife, I'm a parent. And apparently I'm the worst dad ever. But fuck her. She's 13. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She really doesn't. It doesn't matter. It's like every year I'm still going to get the world's greatest dad coffee. But I actually think I'm a pretty good dad, you know? And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I actually think I'm a pretty good dad. Like, my daughter just recently joined a soccer team, and I went to every one of her games despite the fact that her team sucks. I really do, but I was there for every game. Like, her team is so bad, like, their mascot should be a cow. Because all the motherfuckers do is stand in a grassy field. Hey, look, I'll be the first to admit that I don't know much about soccer, and as far as I can tell, they seem to play with a goddamn bowling ball. Because everyone on that team is afraid to kick the fucking thing. Dude, but I'll tell you, the other day, like, her team was getting beat so bad by a team from Sebastian that I literally stood up and looked around, and I was like, where in the fuck are all these transsexuals in women's sports that Fox News keeps talking about? Like, it's 2023. They need some on their team. Damn, man. Hey, look, I don't have anything against transsexuals. I got a friend of mine who's all obsessed with watching Fox News, and every time I see him, he's like, Eric, these transsexuals, man, they're causing big problems. I'm like, no, they're not. There's never been a single transsexual that's ever caused you any problems in your life. As a matter of fact, you might want to start embracing them. He's like, why? Why do I need to embrace transsexuals? I'm like, because your wife. He's like, what the hell does this have to do with my wife? I'm like, well, she's got big fake lips and big fake tits. She's literally a dick away from being trans at this point. And look, don't get me wrong, I'd fuck her dick or no dick. I mean, if it wasn't my buddy's wife. But look, I'm going to leave you guys on this last story. So 22 years ago, I was a brand new fireman. You know, I was dating this chick at the time that was crazy as fuck. And I'm talking one of those, like, crazy in the bed, crazy in the head kind of chicks, you know? The kind that'll let you do anal on a Monday, even though it's not your birthday. And she's at work. Dude, but the craziest thing about this chick wasn't, like, her, like, nymphomania. It was, like, how jealous she would get over stupid shit. But I'll never forget walking out to my car on a random Tuesday morning, and she had thrown a brick through the back window with a "I love you, fuck you" note on it. Right? All because she was pissed that I went out the night before and got drunk with my friends and accidentally slept with my ex-girlfriend. That's some bullshit, right? But later that morning, she calls me and she's like, Eric, you've got to turn on the news. And I'm like, why? She's like, just turn on the news. And when I turned on the news, I saw the Twin Towers in New York with smoke billowing out of them and people jumping out of the buildings. I was like, fuck. She found out I slept with a roommate. Dude, and then when I switched to CNN and I saw the plane hitting the Pentagon, I was like, fuck, her roommate's pregnant. This is better. Dude, that was closer. It was supposed to work better than that. But listen, here's the deal. I told you guys I was a narcissist, right? Who sees the fucking largest terrorist attack on United States soil and thinks it's about them? This fucking guy. All right, you guys ready for some more comedians? Yeah. Give me some energy up. Are you guys ready for some more comedians? Like I said, we got an amazing lineup of comics for you tonight. The first comedian is a local legend. Start clapping your hands for Craig Chamberlain, everybody.
Oh, yeah, Eric, this is his last year being married, probably. So I'm glad to be in Satellite Beach, man, because it ain't fucking Palm Bay. Oh, my God, man, you know. I'll tell you what.